Content warning. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, blacktabbygames.com, if you need a full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects, as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these causes health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Hey there, hi there, ho there, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces have hearts and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hi Pity, hi Apsy, hi DJ Long, hi Chicken Man, hi Mukle, hi Andrew W, hi everybody. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the live stream. Today we're playing Slay the Princess. We've made some good progress so far, but our last save was here. Okay, so I believe this time we just tried to kill her, right? But I already slew the princess, sure. Yeah, okay, proceed to the cabin.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
I have Gatorade for this, so I'm pretty happy. Hi Adam, hi Hello Guy, hi Tanya, hi Kurt Bryant, hi Thror, hi Vernon.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Voice of the cheated.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear
Yeah,
her.
this person doesn't
You were
know.
made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from saying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He
It's
couldn't do
you.
more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Okay. Okay.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Okay, proceed into the cabin. So now, this time, we had just done a straight-up just killer route.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass.
Whoa.
The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pause the stream over here, so save my bandwidth. Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Man, I guess I'd take it. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
We've got to
It's
try
a
every
wall.
time, right?
Isn't... What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know
Man,
how
that is a
ridiculous
gnarly hand, like literally gnarled. That's so
There was a
narbuckle.
mirror a second ago.
Yo, behold, thank you for the $100 stream tip. Hope you had a good 4th yesterday, Cap. Hope you've been doing well, and sorry that I was MIA for a couple weeks. Hey, man, I read your message, and I couldn't reply because I'm so busy trying to buy a house right now, and I'm sorry. But I completely understand you being MIA, and I love you, and, like, you can take as much time as you want. You always have a spot back here, dude. You don't have to pay me $100, man. You don't have to do that. You don't, man. You don't. Thank you so much, but like you just made my day and you like made this entire stream like more valuable. So thank you.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Okay. take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Tanya, thanks for being a new member. Okay.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Okay. Enter the basement. It's not a new house, it's over half a century old, but...
revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Jeez.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, in this situation, certainly.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
Gina, thanks for being a new member. Thank you.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Mukul, thank you for the $10 stream tip. Hope everything is going well with the house. It's going all right. It could be better.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Thank you for the $10.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final
What?
step, the
She's
form of
pretty.
the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
What is going on here?
I wonder if she remembers us.
Oh, she remembers.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice.
Look at that smile.
She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
What are we gonna do?
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
Man, I wonder what happens if I don't take the knife in these
What
situations.
are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious. Or I don't have the key. Killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Nobody has to die. Explore. Okay. Here you go. Okay, fine. Turn and leave. We could save right here and try a few things, I guess. This has so many. Screw it. Slay the princess. Okay, let's just try screw it, slay the princess.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back.
Okay, gore warning.
I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
What is happening?
Hers, at first. Then yours.
What?
Hehe.
Hehe.
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled
What?
you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic skin.
What? That's wild! That's insane!
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
I agree!
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Arms Race? What?
You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp.
What?
A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened?
What did you just do?
What?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't
This is
that
the first time we're in
interesting?
chapter
Who
3.
holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way.
Voice of the
Without
stubborn?
a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any.
So I've got multiple different voices now.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third?
Okay.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction.
Yep. Yep.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay.
We
sure,
take
you
it,
the blade
okay.
Before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right.
Whoa.
We've got to be able to win eventually.
We've gotta, like...
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
There's no door.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are.
There's no door!
But there isn't a door. It's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
This is reality!
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Huh.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Okay. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Okay. 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 I'm gonna save. On page 3. Turn. Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
Typical! Typical!
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't
Okay.
care about
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
before.
Get to the
I
princess.
care about it even
Get to the
less
princess.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Nice.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic.
So I slid
an
down.
unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement
Bro.
floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Bro.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
That is part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
She is looking fierce. Like, oh my god, I love her.
Dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Yet, yeah.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Hi, Fire Beast. Hi, Thomas.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your
Whoa!
cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. The
Whoa!
princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms
Whoa!
flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
No.
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk. We're going to... okay. I'm going to save right here. And then I'm going to do... we're going to fight her again.
Yes, yes. This is the best idea anyone has ever had.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Hi, Drago Skull. Hi, AZ.
Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Wait for her to come to you.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge.
And we fight back.
Oh, look at how sad she looks right there, though.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
Okay, there's a different sort of look.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow.
Bro.
Yes, yes, this is exactly it.
But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
Gotcha.
And? Does it hurt?
No.
Oh, a new one of us.
A new one of
I
us.
thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
We might have died.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer
It
not
does
to be
kind of
blurred.
blur the lines.
Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Good job. Oh. Let's
Say
go.
Dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Dang.
But I
So
guess we
hot.
don't have time to talk about things before the
Hi, Aaron
princess
Flett.
advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Maybe that's what she's dealing with.
We
Maybe
don't
we're
need
the
any other
same.
voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Come on, show me something new.
Yeah. We're going to appeal to authority. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. I'm going to try flirting with her. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well,
Aw.
there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
What?
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Dang, she's got like Wolverine hands.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
This is so crazy.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay.
Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee.
No, I won't flee.
She skewers you.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you.
we're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all.
Yeah,
we
one
need.
last time.
None of this is working. Think. Think.
He skewers you,
Oh, God.
and then everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4, Mutually Assured Destruction? What?
You're on a... Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good.
So this is the most chapters we've ever seen.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Dang.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp
Yeah, voice of the
hands
smitten.
a beautiful
It's me. Simp Cappy B.
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
All the same,
How about we
really.
stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
I mean, she may be a power
There
tough.
are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Mason Balak. Hey, Cappy, I just want to say you're great. Also, just curious, have you been watching That Time I Reincarnated as Slime's new season? No, I haven't. I've actually never watched That Time I Reincarnated as a Slime. It's a really good anime, I've heard, though. I do need to watch it. I really do. Thank you for the $5 stream tip, dude.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yeah, thank you, narrator, man.
Sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Just want to win. Yay! I'm a gamer!
Make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
Yeah.
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
I like that.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah, tell me about the new thing.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Okay.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's
Whoa!
skin twists,
Whoa!
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All
Oh,
that
but her
remains
heart
in
is
the center of the
exposed.
room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Bro.
Ready for what comes next.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Oh,
Yes, behold the perfect.
the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
It is all just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
Narrator,
is all just
Empty your mind.
It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Oh dang. You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach. As her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Thank you. Your weapons clash again and again. You and her enter in a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. And I did get an achievement for that. I just wanted to see what it was. Library. Water and Steel. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Approach the mirror. Excuse me. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've withered. Is that bad? Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Oh my. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions
And
don't
yet
exist.
my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
This is a beautiful game.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Oh god. Chef's kiss. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, of course not. Not really. I have no... anything...
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Wonder what paths I should do next. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you. No, I'm not going to do that, though. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
This is sweet in such a weird way. What you'll want when we've finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Which one's the love path? Is that where I don't use the dagger at all and I just escape with the princess? Because I have done that.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You know what happens? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
I think I'm ready to go back now.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the razor full to her. Oh, okay, a sharp vessel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yeah,
And at
yeah,
the end
yeah,
of that
yeah,
path
whatever.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Oh,
is
God.
a princess.
Yeah, we get it.
You're here to slay her.
Forget it, I'm not doing this. Okay. One where you get the process to fall in. Yes, I did leave hand in hand, Peyton O'Hagan. I did do that one. Hi, G. Thank you for the blessies, guys. Silently continued to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay, so what if I do a betrayal route?
We're not going to go through with this, right?
What
She's
if
a
I
princess. We're supposed
don't
to
bring the
save
knife the first
princesses, not
time?
slay them.
Then in chapter 2, I kill her.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty. The blade...
Pristine blade, yeah. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faint per voice.
Yeah.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna power through
Hypnotizing. Don't...
this, and I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to...
Wait, come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful.
Should we just power through the chat?
Threat to anyone. I am begging you to stay.
Hi. I can't believe you're here.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Okay. I'm gonna check upstairs.
I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs... Someone else here?
Okay, return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been easier for whom?
Okay. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
You can hold control to skip. Okay. Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay, skip. Warn her. Well, we haven't slayed the princess directly. Okay, so let's just save right here. Okay. Let's not. Yeah. Let's just slay the princess.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Dang.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very
This
lucky,
is so
it
crazy.
will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
Okay, so this is a new
Can't just
ending.
End like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
It's over.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path
Okay.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a
Cabin.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Voice of the Opportunist. We hadn't heard that before, but he did show up in the Slay the Princess, like the Razor ending. Seed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of
Wow.
twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, so we're gonna save this other one because
The
there may
blade
be
is
different
your
stuff.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Enter the basement.
blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Mirror does disappear.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
You can throw the blade out the windows in one of the runs. Okay.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down.
So
Don't
she
be
remembers
scared.
that I tried to kill her
probably
last
won't
time.
bite.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Man, I don't want to be doing these things. I
She
just
must
wanted the
have been
waifu.
confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
I mean, that's true.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess.
I want to lay
Endless
the
debate about what
princess.
to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Okay, what does she look like this time?
Thank you. You descend the basement steps.
Oh, she's got a
entering the
tail.
dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
We do already know each other.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Yeah.
Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Okay, nice.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
I do still want the waifu with the tail, Tanya.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Yes, I am. I always
I
do.
seem to remember you having a tongue.
Sorry. I'm sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay. I wonder if I can let her out. Explore, explore. Explore, explore, explore. Anyone should... Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us. Or net invest. Neither of us is going to get anywhere if we can't try. Unless you want to fight. I don't want to fight. Those chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is
That's
why
nice.
she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back
Yeah.
on us.
Show me that butt.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Okay. Step onto the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
I wonder if she can hear my inner
Step onto the
voices.
stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Shing!
You're not even going to wait
Dead!
until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess
It was
lands
in her
against the far
nature.
wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock,
Wow.
trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up?
We're paralyzed.
I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
Oh my.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you
It's
considered
true.
not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Didn't keep us alive this
Yet
time.
Here we are, paralyzed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Say nothing.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
Oh, okay.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
I mean, we might just have to rewind and do that.
There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's not as bad as us.
Ooh.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait,
Are we stuck here
we both
together?
Just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Oh my.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Okay. But you don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Why now? Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
You have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Hi, Dawson Fowler. Bye, Armor Oscott. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me. One of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. You have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. I don't know what I'm going to do. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Well, thank you, Peyton. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
So, is there only one path left, or do I have to, like... If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. Just going to stay here.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I've already done the immediately Slayer Netherrico.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh, dang. Oh, right. That closes the entire game. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. You think you need to do the witch path again?
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Do the
And
love
in the
route?
basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay.
Okay, so we could go the love route again? Maybe try another good route? No. Load. Loading will lose unsaved progress. Okay, if I load... Or do I just have to do it all from scratch? Like, do it now? Okay. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only blade is your implement.
Wait, is your implement? No. We enter without it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I can't do exactly the same love route, right? I am... Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so
It won't let
long
me
since
say
I've had
I'm-
any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Like, it won't let me repeat the same thing exactly.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
No. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
If I'm the first person you've seen... what's your name? I don't think I ever learned her name.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
I did already do a complete love route.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
The princess is your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Huh. Dot dot dot.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
That is weird.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
For all I know, if I'm the first person. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows.
I'm trying to find like a good
She's
ending.
just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Aw. Okay, I was sent here. I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been drinking or eating?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
The
That's
game is
hard
very
to know.
sad.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying a word.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She
Oh
can't,
my.
right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Huh.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the
He's
princess
gone.
sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Huh. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over?
Oh, you coward!
No, I don't think we can. Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
Mm,
Where is she?
close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
But
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
venture into the shadows.
You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers
They
lose their
reused that
grip
art.
on the blade.
that slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
Well, I also didn't get any other options.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Chapter 2. The Beast.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Yeah. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
This game is Crazy Identity. I'm gonna compile them all into one mega video.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Wow.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Okay.
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
You don't smell, narrator. You're just words.
Maybe.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna return. I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a
See, I
weapon.
want to see if I can throw it out the window. Okay, I can't throw it out the window. Okay, so I'm gonna, like, load that save, because I did want to, I wanted to just enter the basement and see what happens.
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Okay, the mirror's gone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
Oh.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral.
Say less, I love her.
Impatient. Or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to
Oh,
the
is she
damp
like
earth
full
floor of
beast
the
mode?
starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She could be anywhere. She's right there.
You see
Uh-oh.
only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
She's not just a princess.
She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear
There she
between the
is.
leaves, staring hungrily at you from the dark.
There she is.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
You're about to attack me. Okay, we're gonna quick save. We're gonna do this. Return.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous
Jeez!
lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A
We're
thick,
in her stomach?
fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite
Bro.
air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting,
Bro.
then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
What?
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
Bro.
Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
Wild.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
What if I just let it happen, though? Fine. Can you talk to the cabin? You could have asked before. Fine. You can leave. Okay, I really want to try the fine you can leave prompt. Just let it happen.
Oh, can
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
I? That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step.
Free a
Then
creature
another.
while under extreme
Then-
duress.
And then it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
You can feel it churning in the forms around you and then a wet tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you.
Bro, look at her.
This place is cold.
Okay, so I didn't ever actually try and hurt her, I think. Before you can say anything to her, she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
I don't know. I mean, it hasn't been final all the other times.
10 weeks of death.
The voice feels small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't. Oh, there's like a bird. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms on another and another, turning the mirror into a jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever see you. What are you? You're not me, then what are you? Does it hurt when pieces of you break like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Would it help if I look away or stop asking questions? So you're the narrator.
Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Yeah. And does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
The people out there beyond the walls, do they know about this? And what is my true identity? I wasn't supposed to see this, was I? So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
Yeah, well, too bad.
For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Are you something
I'm
like me?
Nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Every time I ask you something, are you a part of me, or are you something else? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save
No, I'm
everyone.
gonna wife up
You
that,
will
like,
need to do
demon
this
girl.
single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
If I destroy her, won't I be
Yes,
alone?
you will, but it will all be worth it.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of
Because
transformation?
among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
No. If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels
When I broke the
worse.
cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
You're delusional. If she's capable of becoming whatever people leave her, can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. That's why I had to die.
Run out of questions. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her.
Are you lying? I can't tell,
I'm definitely lying, bro.
but I've said my piece, and my time's up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know.
Goodbye, Crow Boy. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the beast to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Whoa! Aw, pretty.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Okay. I'm saving here. Clicking return. I'm pressing screenshot. I've missed you too. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and impatiently waits for you to continue. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
You know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world?
No, I'm gonna
without
wife
death
this girl
and
up.
the possibility
Look at all
of
those
living?
hands. Look at all that.
Or will you
Look at all
wait
that.
till the final
I'm a
dawn
fan.
of our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, Nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling to me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What?
You are designed. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way
What?
into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring.
What?
But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion.
It was compassion.
But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
Argue your independence. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. That isn't what any of this has been about. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Oh, dang. Dude, we could play this back 100 times. Address this vessel's statement directly. You're right. Without desire, we have no need for relationship. We would be all in. But my intentions do matter. I only freed you to save myself. Yes, without desire, we have no... What if we had no desires? Would being alone be so bad? But my intentions do matter. I only freed you to save myself. That doesn't sound good. You're right. Without desire, we have no... I didn't do it. I didn't do that, though. Think about life.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment.
But that's the witch.
To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
I addressed this vessel's statement directly. If there's no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay. With time, we could have been better.
And there is always time.
Oh!
Boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, and alive, dead.
Oh my.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived.
I'm so flabbergasted.
And yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Two people forced to hurt it. Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. Address this vessel's statement directly. You hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win.
You cling to your notion that pain is suffering. There is beauty in ugliness.
Oh my god.
And love in conflict. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom.
Yes.
Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
Address this vessel's statement directly. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into picture. Address this vessel's statement directly. I don't want to keep... The path is just a metaphor. I want to protect them.
And that is what I want too. To protect them from the horrors of an eternity without me. Your love may have tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free.
So...
You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight like we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
Yes. Okay, wait. This is a save point for sure. Okay, depending on how this goes, we may reload the game, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready? I think I want to do... I won't leave with you. Not until you see things from my perspective. That's kind of the one I want to do. But if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to reload it.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake your will As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Slay the princess, slay the princess. But there has to be something else. It can't be this. You've done everything you can to make me understand, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
I thought voices weren't allowed here.
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
What is
She's
happening?
relentless, isn't she?
What is
Let's make this
happening?
quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 what is happening?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Is this a secret ending? I could have just left.
Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that, for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin.
It's a
yeah?
cabin.
There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Return. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Enter the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
And
stairs.
down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
There you are. You look just like you did when we first met. Let's talk for a bit. Maybe we can figure this out.
Sit with her. So good to finally see you again.
Yeah, I missed you so much. Not that we've ever really been apart, but still, it feels like it's been so long. Like this is some sort of a big reunion.
Yeah. It's been like 5 iterations. Sorry for all the times. I'm sorry for all the times I've hurt you.
You are so sweet, but the first time we met, you tried to rescue me, and I stabbed you like 50 times in the chest. And you know how bad of a job I did. You were the one getting stabbed. I mean, yes, you were possessed by that freaky voice living in your head, but I also could have maybe tried doing anything else before deciding to kill you. Anyways, I'm also sorry.
Oh my god.
We both let things get a little out of hand, but we don't have to let that stop us from being who we want to be.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Yeah. I don't think I want to be a god. So now we're here at the end of everything. Can you finally tell me your name?
I don't have one, and I think I like it better that way. But you can call me Princess if you want.
Okay, princess.
You know, you never told me your name.
Fine. I don't think I have one either.
Then I guess I'll call you Quiet.
Aww.
Not Hero? Oh well, Quiet will do. That's always been us, hasn't it?
You the same as you are out there.
I am she as much as she is me. And all of us are both everything and also not everything. I had you there for a second, didn't I? I think I'm different from her, and I'm happy I'm different. I think being her would mean I'd lose a lot of myself along the way. I think I'd have to lose
God,
the
I
parts
love
of
her.
you that matter to me.
Oh, yes, I love her. Well, this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
I don't know. We made it to the other side, and we found each other. I think that means all of the bad was worth it.
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't know. I don't think it's fair to judge her. It must be so lonely, thinking that she's everything that matters in the world. Thinking that she's the only one with all the answers.
I never thought about it like that. That does sound lonely, doesn't it?
Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the princess. The one you've been spending all this time with. I know I've changed a few times, but so have you.
Okay.
And you're still real to me.
Aww. I don't think I want to be a god.
Me neither. It's so big. It's so much responsibility. And at the end of the day, it just feels like waking up in another basement. It's something we never asked for, trapping us somewhere we never wanted to be.
Yeah. God, this is such a philosophical game. It's like, I'm entirely too dumb to grasp it.
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
Explore, take her. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are. Just you and me. Explore, take her hand in yours. Aww. Aww. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know something new. What matters that that's all I want. There's no need for words. Leave with her. Oh god, it's so sweet. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know something new. Oh, she's blushing.
That's terrifying, but yeah.
Ah, she's blushed.
I
She
think I want that
blushed.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you going to be okay alone?
I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Leave with the princess. Hands clasped together. You and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. There's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
I love you. Aww.
I love you too.
Oh! 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 No! No! Oh, God, it's so sweet. We beat it. We did it. We got the good ending. We did it. Yay. Yay, that was so sweet. Thanks to all our Alpha Patreon. Special thanks. Gab Smolders. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. The good ending doesn't count? Here's the track order. I think this is the only ending that counts for me. Explore. Join our mailing list. Join our Discord. Follow us somewhere else. Make your playlist. Play our explore. Play our other game. Scarlet Hollow. Oh, they made another game. Okay. Yeah, we could look into that eventually. Okay. Return to main menu. Okay, guys. This was Slay the Princess. Keep an eye out for a mega episode coming out eventually, because I do have the normal formats for the entire thing. Do you want to see the other princesses? You only saw about a third of them? I don't know. I'll have to consider it. But for now, I think this is the perfect time to call it a night. I hope you enjoyed Slay the Princess. My name's Captain Blastum, and please tell your friends about the channel, because that is the best way to grow. I love you all, and good night.